Hi everyone, welcome to the second video on global running. This time we're looking at how to get from English Bay to Waterfront. This is a continuation route from last time. You can start last time if you ran from Science World all the way to Waterfront. It will be roughly about 5 miles. So if you connect the two routes, that's how far it would be. I'm just showing the surrounding areas of English Bay. There's a lot to see and do. This is where you'll find the Japanese statues along the coastal line. Shortly away are like local businesses, and right here a lot of people like to pose with the statues and take pictures. And a couple more steps you'll get to where the path is where you run, and this is how the route looks like. And you can see there are runners on this path, also lots of walkers, people just exercising, getting a good look at the water and enjoying their time. This is where the exact starting point is, where you can see the left. Behind you is where the statues are, and on the right is where the path will begin. So first you do want to start to stretch. I think stretching is a huge part of running. It's very important. I think it helps you do a better performance and getting a better time and pace. It helps your muscle out, your mentality out. So I'm just trying to set up my sensors, and right when it says linking ready is right when it will work right away for the GPS smartwatch. And just one last quick look before we start on our journey. So we're going to take a couple more steps forward. This is where we're going to start looking at the first 100 meters. It's more like a straight run. The first 0.1 miles to 0.3 miles is just straight up the coastal line before you make a slight right into another beach where it will start connecting to a small park into the city. So I'm just showing you what it looks like along the way. You can see that there's a lot of people just walking, looking at the scenery, and it's pretty nice outside. It gets a little bit windy sometimes, but it's actually very easy to handle. Usually it's just a slight breeze. Just looking back at where we left, and this is just still a straight line. And right when you get to the right, you'll see like another small beach where there's more kids around. There's a swimming pool around there. I know the video looks a little bit shaky right here. It's just trying to show the surrounding areas. So after that right part, you want to make a big right into this little park. See, that was just the waters that you just saw. So after that right, you go into this little path and you go forward a little bit. You only make a right, as you can see in the map as well. You only make rights. So you take a turn on the right here, and then you can go underneath a tunnel, and that tunnel will lead you towards the inner city. And this little tunnel is called Seawall and George Street. This tunnel is actually very short. It's only like a couple steps. And after you go through the tunnel, you're gonna keep going straight through the little park. As you can see, it's more like an asphalt ground right here, and it's very clear. There are some animals around it, like Canadian geese, and just trying to show you the pace and looking at the surroundings. This is just a little pond or little water hole where there's some wildlife. And as you continue down, you can start seeing the city into the from the route. So that was just called Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon was just that small body of water that we saw. So right here we can see the city is starting to show up. So this is like almost close to at least the halfway mark or one mile mark of where you want to be before the run ends. So after that part, you're gonna go towards the inner city. You're gonna see more buildings around you, and there's gonna be a lot of boats that are stationed there. There's Vancouver Island, basically heavily bodied by water, so there's a lot of boats around there, especially around Waterfront. So you will make a lot of right turns, and along this path you'll see that there's a lot of boats and planes on the left side, and restaurants even. On the right side you'll see cars and people and buildings and towers, and across that water you also see Stanley Park, very big tourist attraction as well. And also right here you'll see the North Vancouver, and on the far side you see those red cranes, and those red cranes actually a big good sign that you're almost gonna be done. So at the end, you're gonna be finishing around this area where you see this building is actually an observatory deck where a lot of people are just taking pictures and enjoying the scenery. You can finish by going up this ramp on the right, and it will lead to the same spot. But I decided to go left, and it will lead to this area where there's less cluster and people, so you can finish strong. And you'll see this sign that says way out, elevator and stairs. So you'll go up the stairs. It's very short and easy. You just know you're gonna finish right here. So by the time you get up here, you'll see the waterfront and North Vancouver. There's a lot of local businesses around here as well. As you can see, that's like patio drinking and dining. When you go forward a little bit right here, it'll show that there's a gym and people can rent bikes as well. So the path that I just showed you is actually, you can bike it as well if you feel like that's more leisure for you. You keep going forward around this area, you'll see like a lot of gelato areas and local businesses. Looking forward, you'll see that there's seaplanes in the water. Across the water is North Vancouver. It's a very nice sunny day. Looking back is actually the observatory deck and the route that you just came from. And now I'm gonna finish this area and probably show more of what the local businesses have to offer and the attractions of Waterfront and North Vancouver. And I hope you guys do enjoy my videos and follow me on my journeys in the future. At the end of this video, I'll talk more about New York and Central Park, and maybe enjoying what kind of routes that are offered over there on the East Coast. I just want to mention that I haven't done cardio in such a long time, and doing these little projects and runs is actually helping me trying to get more fit in some ways and more well-rounded in my workouts. So this is basically, you take a little more steps and you walk up the platform, you'll be in this local area where you see a big restaurant called Cactus Club. It has a very good view, and right next to it is the Olympic torch. They do light up this torch. This was built back in the Winter Olympics. So you are basically downtown Vancouver, and there's a lot of things to explore and to do if you have the leisure time to do so. And this is to show one of the local businesses. I went to eat oysters. There was a dozen of them. We got calamari. We also got oyster Rockefellers. These are very delicious, and I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. The next run will be in the future, New York City.